You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm josemonkey, and I find people who ask to be found. It's been a minute since I did a parking lot video, and I know you guys love those. But this isn't your typical parking lot video with a bunch of store names visible. Fortunately, there were enough clues here to help me find this very, very quickly. So what can we see? This video begins with this person showing a Find Me sign, which by the way is always an option if you don't wish to appear on camera to ask to be found. But you gotta do one of those two things. Next, they lower the sign and show us this lovely parking lot. We can see a building here with the number 17220 on it. I noticed that we have palm trees here. And then as I turn the camera to the left, we see another building with the number 17230. And that's about it. Now you guys know I always say that when I see palm trees, I immediately think of Florida. Of course, whenever I say that, people run to the comments to tell me that palm trees do in fact grow in other places, which is of course true. Anyway, I didn't really focus on Florida for very long, because we can see some license plates on the cars in this parking lot, and even though we can't make them out clearly, other than the fact that they're probably light colored or white, we can see that there are some cars that have front license plates, so I figured Florida probably wasn't right because Florida doesn't require front plates. I considered that this might be Texas, but honestly I was getting more of a Southern California vibe. Okay, so how are we going to find this place? Well, it might not seem like much, but those numbers on the buildings are actually very helpful. I figure that a 5-digit house number is more likely to be unique or at least uncommon in a particular area. And if you combine that with the proximity to another specific 5-digit house number, I was pretty confident that I'd be able to narrow this down quickly even without the street name. So I put together a quick data mining query against the OpenStreetMap database to look for buildings in California that were numbered 17220 that were very close to buildings numbered 17230. I figured about 100 meters would be a good range. That's about 330 feet. And guys, I only found 13 pairs of buildings like that in California. Some of them were in suburban neighborhoods where there was no large parking lot, so I skipped those. I also skipped ones that seemed too far north to be right. And before long I found this location, which I was pretty sure was right just based on the 3D view in Google Earth. And guys, that was it. You are facing west in this parking lot in Fountain Valley, California. The Google Street View photos helped me confirm the view of that building numbered 17220, and also the other one that was numbered 17230. By the way, I suspect that this Toyota CHR that we see in the Street View is the same one that you're standing next to in your video. The fact that you're standing next to it makes me wonder whether or not it's your car. Let me know if I'm right about that. Speaking of where you're standing, I used the distinctive cracks that we see in the pavement here to determine exactly where you were. You were standing right here. Okay, it's time to check which previous location was closest to this one. And this time it was in Season 2, Episode 64 in Anaheim, California. That's about 10 miles or 16 kilometers away from this spot. Guys, don't forget that I will be at NocoCon on June 8th and 9th. You can get more information on that josemonkey internet place. And while you're there, also check out the map of all the places I've found for you so far, and maybe check out my store if you're into that sort of thing. If anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, josemonkey," or something like that, on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.